Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Here I am your science teacher, Ms. Raja Siddiqui from Mohammedi Girls Secondary School. As you know, today is our drawing class and drawing class for 7. So first of all, I would like to share you something that you must have your practice copy along with complete stationery. Okay, and one more thing. At the end, it is better that you share your previous work with me in the chat box by taking picture, right? You take the picture of your previous work and share with me in the chat box at the time of question answer session, and I will give you the comments on your diagram, right? If you have any question, write in your notebook and ask me in the question answer session. And listen all the instructions carefully. Okay, I hope you all have your practice copy and pencil eraser along with you, right? Yes, I observe that most of you are joining the meeting with your name. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to share you the objectives. Today, inshallah, at the end of this class, we will draw neat and symmetric diagram of scientific equipment. Means we are going to learn some drawing of some equipment, and inshallah we will learn to draw a neat and clean diagram of outer structure of human heart, and inshallah we do the labeling of specific part of diagram and equipment properly. Okay. Yes, I hope you all have remembered that you have to take the screenshot of every slide which will be shared over here. Okay, as you all know, this is your 7th class and you are the students of class 7. And our today's class is about the scientific diagram, right? And what thing we are going to learn? We are going to learn how to draw photometer, and photometer is an equipment, right? Which type of equipment? I will tell you later. Okay. And the second, we will learn, inshallah, how to draw the structure, outer structure of human heart. Okay. Now, first of all, you should know the tips of drawing. In the last class, we shared the rule for the scientific diagrams, but here I'm sharing you the tips of scientific diagram, that you have to use the soft and light pencil for drawing, as you all know, and draw clear and single line. Means when you're going to draw, so use single lines. Do not draw the overlapping lines. And symmetry should be maintained. Means both sides are equal if the diagram is required. Don't put arrow edge for labeling. Yes. During labeling, do not show arrow. Just label with the help of edge lines, right? And labeling line is started from the center of object. Means the object from which you are going to label, your labeling line must be there. Labeling should be on right side. We have shared already it in last class that all the labels, try to write all the labels on the right hand side, right? So we try to focus that all the labels should be on the right side. Use sentence writing for labeling. What is sentence writing? Means the first letter of the labeling must be capital and rest of the letters should be in small writing. So this type of writing is called the sentence writing. When we start a sentence, we start with the capital letter. That's why it is called the sentence writing. Okay. Take the screenshot of this tips of drawing. these tips will help you to draw clear and good diagrams. Now, we are moving the photometer. Let me show what is photometer. Actually, photometer is an equipment which is used in the science lab for measure the rate of transpiration in plant. Oh, what is transpiration? Transpiration is the evaporation of water from the plant. So with the help of photometer, we learn how much amount of water is evaporated, how much amount of water is evaporated from the plant in the atmosphere. This photometer will help us to measure the amount of evaporating water, right? So the diagram of this photometer is present in your book on page number 25. Okay. Now, today we are going to learn how to draw this picture, right? Here I am sharing you the steps of drawing, and in the next slide I will show you the steps in the written form. Yes, please. Okay. Firstly, you need to draw a plan because we are going to observe the rate of amount, the rate of water vapors or the rate of evaporation of water from the plant. That's why we need a plant which have leaves on it, which have branches on it. It means a small plant or a twig that have leaf on it. Firstly, you draw it. It is not necessary that which type of plant you are going to draw, but make sure that it has a small twig and having branch, and on its branch, leaves must be present. Right? You have to draw this small plant or the twig of the plant at the center of your drawing page. Then you have to draw a rubber tube. Here, in the screen you observe two vertical lines. Actually, these two vertical lines are showing the rubber tube. This rubber tube will join the plant with some other thing. Right? This rubber tube, we tie the plant with this rubber tube, and what is another thing? We have to draw another long about 6.5 centimeter. Right? This rubber tube, uh, this rubber tube, the length of this rubber tube, maybe you can draw it about 1.5 to 2 centimeter, right? And these two vertical lines actually are showing the capillary tube, right? Actually, capillary means a very minute, very delicate tube. Hope you learn the word capillary in biology also, right? That's why uh, this capillary tube is joined with the plant by the help of rubber tube, right? Okay. Now I'm showing you again. This capillary tube will join with the plant by the help of the rubber tube. This rubber tube join the plant and the capillary tube with a little distance. And then you also have to draw a rectangle with this scale like it. And where you have to draw? You have to draw it just below the rubber tube and at the capillary tube, right? As you observe. Now, what you have to draw? You have to draw a beaker or any pot which have water inside it. And this beaker is present at the bottom of this whole apparatus. Now this is the complete picture, and also you have to draw the arrowhead, and also you have to draw the arrowhead. This is the complete picture of photometer, right? Here you observe a small amount of circle. Actually, it is a water drop which is moving from pot, which is moving upward from pot to the plant. And when it move upward, here we count by the scale. We count how much water drops are moving in upward direction. By this, we can check the rate of transpiration, because when the water is evaporated from the plant, then plant need more water from the pot. I hope you understand. Now I am sharing you the instruction or the steps of construction here. Firstly, what you have to draw? You have to draw the structure of plant with leaves and branches. Here you have to draw narrow vertical lines for capillary tube about 4.5 centimeter long. But before it, what you have to draw? You have learned you have to draw the rubber tube. This rubber tube is about 1.5 centimeter and start at the end of the plant and end at the start of this capillary tube, right? Then below this rubber band at the capillary tube, you have to draw a rectangle with a scale about 2.5 centimeter height. Means the length of the scale is 2.5 centimeter and its width, or how much it brought, 1 centimeter wide, right? Then draw a pot and show water inside it as you observe in the picture. Okay. Draw outward arrowhead from the plant to show water vapor arises from the leaf. As you observe, these arrowheads, show that water is evaporated from the plant by the process of transpiration, right? This photometer will help us to measure the rate of transpiration. As the water is evaporated, so the amount of water from the pot is also absorbed by the plant. Now, here the labeling is also present as you observe in the previous pictures. This is the fleshy cut twig, right? The rubber tube, the capillary tube, the water bubble, right? The scale, the water, and water vapors from the leaves. These arrows shows the water vapor from the leaves. This is the photometer. Okay, I hope you all have taken the screenshot. Yes, we remember that you need to draw in your practice copy as we are sharing the steps. I hope you are drawing. Okay, may I move further? Okay, I'm moving forward because now we have to move on the next diagram. Yes, structure of heart. It means we are going to learn the outer structure of human heart. Here I am sharing you the structure which is internationally accepted, right? And what are the steps of construction? I am sharing you the steps in almost 6 to 7 steps, right? It has some several steps more, but it is better for you to take the screenshot of every slide. Okay, what you have to do firstly, with the light pencil, you have to draw a diagonal line in center of page as shown. It is, yes, it is like this, and this the length of this diagonal line is about 10 centimeter, right? Take the screenshot because these pictures will help you to draw the diagram in the more easy way. And in the second step, You have to draw cone with respect to the diagonal, right? With respect means as large your diagonal line. So inside this diagonal line, you have to draw a cone. The cone must not be very small or not be very large, but this cone keep in this diagonal line. Okay, then take the screenshot. Yes, and I hope you all are not only taking the screenshot but also do it in your or draw it in your practice copy very quickly. Maybe in your first draft it is not very good, but by this you have an idea how to draw it. And in the third step, you have to draw two curves showing pulmonary artery. Oh, what is? Look here. This is the starting step of the curves. From here, you have to draw two curve lines. This is the one curve and second curve. But these curves are not complete right now. And what is pulmonary artery? Actually, pulmonary artery means the artery which supply blood to the lungs. The pulmonary refer the lungs. So, firstly, we have to draw the pulmonary artery. Look here. Extend it. These curves by this, it is the complete curve, right? And draw the like this, the pulmonary artery as you observe. Okay, and after drawing this, you have to erase this central at the diagonal line, right? Like this. When you draw like this third diagram, your third step will be completed. Take this screenshot and try to draw as you observe here. I also have practiced like this, so I feel it is not too much difficult. And it is very easy to draw. Okay. Yes, in fourth step. Now you have to draw half circle and draw outer line following the inner half circle. Yes, look here. As you draw the two curves in previous step, so from here, from the edge or from the corner of this curve, you from the corner of the cone, right? You draw a half circle first, right? Half circle first, and then draw the outer circle, which following the inner circle. It is not completed. I will show you the complete half circle, but try to draw like this. Firstly, the half circle like this. My cursor is moving around the half circle. Okay, and then draw an outer half circle, which is following the inner circle. Like it. Okay, again, firstly what you have to do, you have to draw half circle and draw outer line following the inner half circle. And now you have to draw a line like it. This start from the first curve till the pointed area of the cone. Actually, why? This is the as you all know, our heart is divided into four chambers. The left auricle and right auricle and left ventricle and right ventricle. So look here. When you firstly draw two curves, these two curves show the right auricle and left auricle, and the last step in this fourth one, when you divide this cone into two, the lower part show the left ventricle and right ventricle. One more thing. In the fourth step, what you draw? You draw a half circle and draw the outer line following the inner half circle. Actually, this is for the aorta or the main artery which supply blood to all parts of the body. Right? This basic knowledge will help you to draw the structure of heart clearly. Okay? Take the screenshot and try to draw it in your practice copy. I hope you all are trying, and in the question answer session you can show me your practice work and also your previous work that we shared in our last class. Okay, now what we have to draw? We are moving in the fifth step. What is it? Now you have to draw small tubes of pulmonary artery and aorta. Which one is the pulmonary artery? Actually, when we draw first two curves, right? So these two curves are the pulmonary artery, and here we have to draw small tubes. Actually, the sets of arteries means the main pulmonary artery arises from the heart and it divides into branches to supply the blood from all parts of the lungs. As I told you, pulmonary artery responsible to supply blood from heart to lungs. And what we have to draw? We have to draw small tubes on the aorta like this, as you observe. This aorta is divided into further branches, and from these three main branches it is further divided into fine arteries. Actually, the function of aorta is to supply blood to all parts of the body. These three tubes which you draw here is responsible to supply blood to the upper part of the body. Okay, I hope you all are understanding and you all are trying to draw like this in your practice copy. And also you are taking the screenshot. May I move forward? Okay. Now in the sixth step. Yes. Here you have to superior and inferior vena cava and extend the line of aorta. Right? What is superior and inferior vena cava? Actually, when the veins that drain the blood into the heart, they are mainly called vena cava, right? The main thick vein which collect the blood from the whole body, then they called vena cava. The superior vena cava collect the blood from the upper part of the body, and the inferior vena cava collect the blood from the lower part of the body. And what we draw here? Yes, my cursor is moving to the aorta. Actually, this aorta, which start from the curved line at the top, just at the back of this heart, it extended and arising at the tip of the heart, and here it is called dorsal aorta, right? These three tubes supply blood to the upper part of the body, and this lower aorta or extended part of aorta supply blood to the lower part of the body. Okay, take the screenshot of this slide and try to draw in your practice book. Maybe your first drawing is very rough, it's not very good, but by drawing this, you have an idea how to draw. Now, in the seventh step, you have to draw small branches for coronary artery. Yes, here. You observe the small branches like root. They are arising and spreading at the two large parts of the heart. These are called coronary artery. What is or what are coronary arteries? Actually, as we learned that blood pump the blood to all parts of the body, and heart pump the blood to all parts of the body, and our heart pumping the blood continuously from our birth till our death, right? Uh, when it work continuously, and it also need food, it also need oxygen. So these coronary artery that directly arise from the aorta, it quickly supply the oxygen and food to the cardiac muscles or heart muscles for quick working. Okay? Yes. Do you know? This is the final step. Now what we need? After drawing all these 7 steps, we need to label it. I hope you all taking the screenshot of all slides, right? Because these all slides will help you to draw step by step. Now I am sharing you the labeling, right? Labeling of structure of heart. Okay. Yes, as I told you, this is the main artery, so it is called aorta, right? And from aorta, the several arteries are arising which supply blood to the different parts of the body. What is this? We learn about it, the superior and inferior vena cava. Okay, but collectively we call it as a vein, right? The vena cava is the main vein, and the fine branches of vein have different names, like the renal portal vein or any other jugular vein. Okay, so collectively, the tubes that collect the blood from the heart, from the body, they are called vein. That's why you label it as a vein. Now, look here, what is this? The upper part, the upper half part is called left auricle. Okay, actually blood enter from the auricle, firstly in the auricle, and then in the ventricle. Okay, this is the right auricle. Now, these fine branches are called the coronary artery. As I told you, they supply blood to the muscles of heart. Yes, this large divided part is called left ventricle, and this is called the right ventricle. Yes, now take the screenshot of all these labelings. This is the diagram of structure of human heart, which is internationally accepted and very corrective. Right? Okay. I hope you all are taking the screenshot now to home task. As you all know that draw the diagrams of photometer in your drawing copy and label it. Then, yes, as you all know, next, draw a neat and clean diagram of the structure of human heart and label it. Right? Take the screenshot. Okay, you have taken 2 classes in 2 weeks, and how much diagram we have learned? We have learned 4 diagrams. In our first class, we learned the drawing of structure of lungs. Then we learned the drawing of ball and socket joint. Today, we learn 2 diagrams, and these diagrams are the First is the an apparatus that is called the photometer, which is used to measure the amount of water which is which is transpired by the plant, right? And the second one diagram we learn is about the organ, which is the heart, and here we learn how to draw the outer structure of heart step by step. How you all have understanding.